Alright, it's time to build our LGD model. First, we're going to create a logistic regression model to estimate if the recovery rate is 0 or greater than 0. Then, for accounts where the recovery rate is greater than 0, we'll use a linear regression model to calculate the exact value. To test how well our model performs, we need a test dataset. Therefore, we'll split our data into train and test dataset just like we did for the PD model. To do that, we must import train test split from sklearn model selection. Okay, now let's name our datasets for the first stage of our model. LGD input stage 1 train, LGD input stage 1 test, LGD target stage 1 train, LGD target stage 1 test. These are the variables where we will store the output of train test split. As inputs, we'll take lone data defaults except for a few columns we know for sure are dependent variables one of our models. These are good, bad, recovery rate 0, 1, and credit conversion factor. The target variable for the LGD model is recovery rate 0, 1. Then, let the test size be 20%. Finally, we will set the random state to 42 again, so we can replicate the exact same random split and results later. Alright, we have successfully split the data into train and test. Now, we won't be needing all of the variables we just split. Let's organize the independent variable names we will need in a list called features all. Here we include all dummy and continuous variables that will serve as predictors for our LGD model. For convenience, you can copy these variable names from the spreadsheet we created earlier. Recall that in any regression model, a categorical variable with k categories is represented by only k minus 1 dummy variables. If that were not the case, we'd observe multicollinearity. The dummy we leave out serves as a reference category, just like we did for the PD model. In the PD model estimation, we were careful to select the most appropriate reference category. This time, though, it will make little difference for our model. Okay, we've placed the dummy variable we're going to use as a reference categories in another spreadsheet. Essentially, there are only 5 categorical variables: grade, home ownership, verification status, purpose, and initial list status. So we only have 5 reference categories, one for each categorical variable. In our Jupyter notebook, we can store them in a list called features reference cat. Let's update the existing data frame with train data, which we called LGD input stage 1 train, selecting only the relevant independent variables, that is, only the variable names included in the features all list. Then we can update it again, dropping the reference categories. Great! Now LGD input stage 1 train contains only the input variables we need for the model. We are in good shape to create the first part of our LGD model. Thanks for watching.